It is only mid-September, but political ads are piling up. You'll see them nonstop over the next few months, but it might be hard to see that wording at the bottom. So viewers like Anita from New Hope wanted to know, what are political ads required to disclose? Good question. Here's Heather Brown.
I'm Jason Lewis.
I'm Angie Craig.
We've all seen the smiling candidates say,
I approve this message. I approve this message.
That wording is required by federal election law when the ad is paid for by a campaign. The candidate has to speak those words while their face appears on screen for 4 seconds. There are also rules for how big the text at the bottom of the screen has to be.
So there's very clear-cut rules.
There are very clear rules.
Attorney Brian Dillon advises organizations on election law.
From a legal perspective, 2002 is kind of a watershed moment.
2002, the McCain-Feingold campaign finance law required candidates to, quote, stand by their ads.
And the thinking was that there might be less negativity and less mudslinging.
How's that working?
It's not working out.
It didn't work out at all.
It was one of the biggest recipients of PAC dollars.
You had these little voices, I call them sad voices.
Entitled, arrogant, irresponsible.
The rules for state races are slightly different. Candidates don't have to say they approve the message, but it must be on the screen.
When it comes to groups outside of the campaign, for the state races like governor, the text just has to show who's responsible for the ad. It's the federal races, like Congress, where there are added requirements.
WCCO is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The NRCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Someone has to say which group is responsible for the ad, and the text has to give an address, phone number, or website.
But it doesn't have to tell you more about that group.
No, it doesn't.
What if there's something out there that says the Association for the Greatest Minnesota on Earth?
There's no way I could tell.
In order to get that level of detail, you need to look at the filings that groups are obligated to make.
And even then, you still might not know.
Even then, it's difficult.
Is it up to us to do a little digging on our own?
Absolutely.
Heather Brown.
I approve this message.
WCCO 4 News.
The FEC and FCC fine campaigns for breaking these rules, but the agencies say most comply. Some of you also wondered why you occasionally see WCCO news clips in political ads. We don't provide them. Campaigns are allowed to use snippets under copyright rules and because political commercials are considered free speech. If you have a good question for Heather, just email it by going to WCCO.com/links.